Hi, today is a nice sunny day and I thought I'm gonna harvest some of these Hungarian hot wax and put them in a paper bag, as one of the fellow gardeners and YouTubers said to me. So I am gonna harvest most of them, because otherwise I think the slugs will have them, and I had quite a few spoiled chilies this way. So I'll harvest what I can and then put them in a paper bag and see how that works for me. On the other hand, here, just down here, I had my jalapenos, and the jalapenos, well, some of them also I think can be harvested. I don't know how big jalapenos grow, but these look okay to me. So these are my Hungarian hot wax, and they look quite nice and quite plump. These definitely look ready. They might change the color if I take them in now. I mean, some of them, like this one, they change in colors, but I can see that they have blemishes. Something's been trying to get them, and lots of my chilies had little holes in them. And I leave some which are not fully yet developed, I think, but most of them, they're gonna be harvested today. Oh well, look, these are absolutely nice. I think that's a nice proper chili. So I'll come back to you when I've done a little bit more of that harvest. Well, my jalapenos, well, I never grown any of these chilies before, but these actually really sort of late, but very profusely, and I'm not quite sure if this is the right size for them, but they are about that size, and I show you how prolific they are. So I'm going to be harvesting all the fruit which come to this size, because I actually want to do a crunchy fridge pickle with them, and I've got some cucumbers, and I'm going to do some mixed ones with cucumbers and some jalapenos, because we eat quite lots of jalapenos. So why buy them when I'm actually growing them? So let me just show you what they look like. So as you can see, this is one bush, and it's got, I don't know which way is the best to film this so you can see. From one bush I've got that many jalapenos, quite loads on the top as well. So they have been really prolific, but very late at setting fruit. So I better get on with this now. So here's my little harvest of chilies today. So on the right hand side we got Hungarian hot wax, and on the left we have jalapenos, and they're not enormous. Let's just have a look, compare them, put them on my hand. So they're that sort of size, slightly bigger, a few slightly smaller, and these are much longer, and some of them start turning. But what I'm really trying to avoid is this. This is ripened pepper, and I had the same issue, with chilies and peppers. What will be inside, there will be a slug, and some of them you can still rescue, some of it, and some of it you can't. Look, this is another one which is ripened, and it's got exactly the same problem, and I've seen people actually online saying exactly the same thing. The other issue, they wrote this here. So these are not greenhouse chilies, these are little polytunnel chilies. Still very pleased with them, and there is still another harvest to be made, perhaps a little bit smaller, but there should be quite a few more of the jalapenos. There is still quite a lot to come. in a sort of week or two. I will use these, as I said before, in with my cucumbers and with by themselves as well, because they're absolutely lovely. So this is my harvest of chilies and peppers this weekend. There is some more to come, and it will be probably smaller, much smaller harvest in a sort of couple of weeks. But just in the meantime, on the right hand side, I picked those chilies yesterday, and the truck on the left hand side I picked up today. There was some chilies in there, as well as some of my Californian wonders. So just to show you something which is very, very interesting. All these plants grew in mini polytunnels, but the polytunnels were kept constantly open from the front. And what is the difference? None of these peppers, actually, these California wonders, are perfect or anywhere near as good as some other growers have them. But let's have a look at this one. Well, this is okay, acceptable pepper, and they are actually quite uniformed. And these 6 peppers are from the same plant, and that plant was right on the back of the polytunnel and had all that warmth, less water perhaps, but all that warmth. The plant from the front probably had more water but less warmth, and just compare what kind of fruit we got from that. So that just makes me think, that just makes me evaluate how I will have those plants next year. Definitely the heat is more important out of the two. Obviously water too, but the heat is very, very important. So that just confirms my decision of growing them next year in perhaps less of them, but better quality plants and fruit in greenhouse. And just to prove what I was saying earlier on, look what happens to quite lots of my sort of ripening chilies. That's why I picked them up, because they all look worse for wear, really, on the plants. Well, these are definitely my favorites. These are long yellow ringos, and I will put them in a paper bag and hoping that they will ripen okay. These are really quite lovely. I will definitely grow these again, and I will definitely give a shot to those which already started changing color, called citrina, which is, obviously, so they're supposed to be also yellow, and I think they will also ripen up. You see, if I left them on the plant to fully ripen, that's what happens. So I try to prevent that and harvest them a little bit earlier. Well, it's obviously a learning curve for me growing chilies and peppers, but I thought I'd share that with you because it's interesting. So the ones which I think we had the most success this year would be the long yellow ringo, assuming they will ripen up. The jalapenos are lovely, and I will obviously make some pickles with them. We'll have a look. I think that's one is from there. We will have a look what's going to happen with the Hungarian hot wax. And generally, I'm quite okay with what happened. Just one quick visit to my other room, and I just show you what happened to the I think it's called Demon Red bird's eye chilies. Now these bird's eye chilies has changed. they have changed color. They've been staying here in my sort of conservatory, sort of link, whole summer, and I'm letting them dry on the plant, and I pick them up as a dry plant, dry chilies, and I will use them like that. So we had quite a bit of these as well, and I'm just now waiting for them to dry up so I can pick them all off. Thank you for watching, and happy harvesting in September and the next month, and I hope to see you next week. Please consider subscribing. Thanks a lot. Bye.